Alright guys, welcome to the video. In this one, I want to talk more specifically about how to play a battleship in a supportive role. Since I talked about DDs supporting their team, I also wanted to show a good example of what it looks like for a battleship to support their team as well. And that can lead to a win as well. Even if you get very little damage, right? Like, damage didn't really matter in that kid video. And the same thing can be true in a battleship, or even a cruiser for that matter. But yeah, I just want you guys, at least right now, to just take note of what my destroyers are doing right now. Don't worry about the battleships, honestly. This is pretty standard. Split one battleship off to the flank and focus two on the main sea cap. But just watch what my destroyers do, specifically the two in front of me in the middle. This is what I'm watching this as I go to the cap. And I'm constantly thinking, okay, how far am I going to be able to push with these guys helping me push, right? And I'm also thinking, when are these guys going to run into a destroyer and need my help to help them win a gunfight, right? So the more they push, the more I'm thinking I should push up as well. Because the closer I am to them, the more I can help them win their fights. And if the DDs can win their engagements, we're gonna win the game. That's just what happens. So the longer DDs stay alive, the better, obviously. And yeah, so as you can see, our Azaccio there is pushing really hard. So I'm thinking, okay, there's opportunity here for me to push perhaps down the middle even. So normally you wouldn't want to go down the 5 line, as you can see there. You really wouldn't want to do that. You'd be opening yourself up to a lot of cross-firing angles. But I'm thinking about it because, as you can see, our lightning's just getting to the A cap. But my DDs are pushed up very aggressively, at least on this side. And they're stalling in C right now. So I have a lot of freedom to move right now because I don't really have to worry about torpedoes, because we know there's no destroyers within 5 to 6 kilometers of that Azaccio. And we know, based on previous knowledge, that the maximum range of their destroyer torps is anywhere in that 8 to 10 kilometer range. So we have a lot of freedom to push up here. I won't quite do it yet, but yeah, as you can see, my lightning is even so eager to go push right now that he doesn't even get the cap. So I'm seeing this kind of stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, well, is there opportunity to even play as a team here? If I tell them I'm gonna go up, are they gonna come with me? You know, I'm thinking about all these things here while trying to get some cross shots into the guys at B, because that's very important. And as you can see, all of their battleships are just at C. Actually, sorry, cross shots at C, sorry. All their battleships are there, so I'm the only one getting cross shots right now out of all the big ships in the game. So I need to make good work of that, because they have more health presence at the C cap right now. I'm going to help our team cap A, and our Azaccio smokes up. I'm not sure if that's because he got spotted or not, or if he just wants to shoot or what, but a little wary there of him being a little bit farther pushed back. But we know they have at least 2 DDs in C, and potentially a third. We know one of them just capped the B cap, so there's probably 1 DD of theirs in the middle, 1 at B, and 2 at C. So there is opportunity to push here. So I noticed that my lightning just popped hydro, so it's good. He's aware that the destroyer in B could have torped, which is nice. So I'm thinking, okay, well, what if with his hydro we just push up? Because then we're just safe from torpedoes, which is a big vulnerability of ships like the Lenin, like battleships, really. So something you can do, obviously it doesn't always work, but you can actually you can talk with your team and make plans with them to push. So we spot the Akizuki, which is a really dangerous ship for the Lightning to fight on his own, but he smokes, right? So the Lightning is smart. I'm watching the Lightning play here, and he's playing smart. He didn't open up there right away. He just stopped and spotted the guy. Forced him to smoke or run away. All right, these are all very good things that I'm seeing him do. And then we see Torps coming from our right. So we know likely their Ognivoy is pushing up to our A cap. So we have two choices here. We can, because we're already committed to pushing somewhere. So we either have to chase around and go get that Ognivoy, or we push down to B and catch this Akazuki in his smoke. Because that Akazuki's probably waiting for that Ognivoy to spot me, and then he can start farming me. That's probably what he's waiting for. So, talk to my Lightning and like, hey, let's rush this guy. And he seems interested in it, right? So, watch what's about to happen here. This is really, really big for saving the DD's health pool. The DD's health is way more important than yours in this situation. I'm kind of in a bad crossfire here, but we know the Akazuki launched one set of Torps, and there's his second, so we just have to dodge those and we're home free. And of course, the Akazuki's smart, and he's going to focus on my DD. So, I want him to either get in that smoke, or to smoke up himself. Save his HP, and I'm going to spot for him, see? Because the Akazuki has his gun firing debuff on right now, so I can spot him here, even though I'm outside of his normal detect range. And this is all free damage for my Lightning. And this was excellent team play. And really good job to the Lightning for knowing what to do. Unfortunately, I do take a massive hit, but that's fine. I don't care about half my health being gone. If we can kill this Destroyer and take this cap, this is huge for our team. Because then we're in the driving seat of the game. We can push back up to A, we can push over to C. We can do a lot of different things here very easily. And as you can see, the Akazuki just kind of gives up and keeps firing. He should have tried to go dark a little bit more, I think, but this was really good. We caught him without his smoke, and my Lightning had Hydro, which protected me from Torps, and he had his smoke, which protected him from damage from the Akazuki there, while I spotted the Akazuki. So this is where staying at the back in a battleship is not always the right play. And you see, this really opened up this side. And we don't know where the Ognivoy went. I'm thinking maybe he turned back into this area, and the Lightning's going to go up the 5 line to try and cut him off there. So we're trying to just pinch this Ognivoy in and keep him from doing anything too good to swing the game back into the enemy team's favor. Because as you can see, we're kind of winning over on C flank. Some of my ships are getting low on HP, but they've got a really good crossfire right now, and they've done a really good job of holding. So we actually catch the Ognivoy out as he's trying to push back to C. And at this point, this Ognivoy's dead. I'm just waiting for him to turn broadside. That's why I'm not shooting. I want to get the most damage I possibly can in. And you'll notice that I have been just holding HE because I know I'm going to shoot at DDs. And even if you don't deal huge damage, breaking things on his ship, breaking modules on his ship and that can really help you win. And I think this was, a good example of team play. And not much damage. So a lot of times people think, oh, I need to deal the most damage I possibly can. I have to do this, But no, you really just need to help your team succeed in taking map control and taking caps, right? Because you see, they've barely got C at this point, and we're taking A back, and there's no way they're getting on B again. So it's just pretty much game over from here. We just got to hold them from getting to A, B. We can give them C even at this point. But as you'll see, with 2 battleships and 1 DD left, they're basically just done. We've lost 1 Massachusetts, but he died dealing a ton of damage to the enemy team, which was really good. And sometimes you're just, not allowed to deal a ton of damage as a battleship, Sometimes this game just doesn't allow you to deal damage, and that's where supporting your teammates comes in. That's how you win games. You support your team to win games. You don't deal damage to win games, because dealing damage in a battleship especially is unreliable. So here we're just pushing in. We know where everything is. The Lightning's there. I'm trying to kill this Vladivostok to take some pressure off my DDs, but um, my luck is sometimes not great, as you can see. And yeah, we're pretty much just gonna win this game really easily now. So you see, we only have 35,000 damage. We only had like 20,000 damage when we were dealing with those DDs, but it was an incredibly effective 25,000 damage. I would way rather have that 20,000 damage and take that much control of the map and kill a destroyer than have like 100,000 damage on like a battleship or two. It's all about that mentality change. Random battles, a lot of people just focus on, oh, how much damage can I possibly get? But if you want to win games, it's not about damage. It's about map control, positioning, taking out enemy DDs, and supporting your team. Those are the big things you got to focus on in all ships, really. And as you can see, the Massachusetts is able to kill, to deal a lot of damage to that Vladivostok. So pretty nice game. I enjoy games like this more than big damage games or any other normal game, because even though I didn't deal a lot of damage, we had a big impact on the game, and we played with our team. And that is it's just so rewarding to be able to play with competent teammates, really. So that's it. Just kind of a quick video on battleship positioning and playing with your team, and maybe even suggesting different pushes to your team and seeing how they react. You see, we helped our Lightning to top score there, which was pretty nice, and basically dealt damage to DDs primarily, and spotted too for our DDs. So a solid game, and yeah, hope you have a good day.